This is the status of the finances that we have right now. You've seen this probably every year. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go through the numbers. You can certainly read that by yourself. We did have, the point I would make on this slide is we did have two projects that were coming in front of us that if they went forward, we probably would not have been able to fund. And those were the pickleball courts and the recreation field, put a 50-70 field behind Gates. Both of those projects were on the Gates, the old Gates property, and we felt strongly that until a decision is made by the town of exactly what's going to happen in the back of surrounding that facility, that we would not be approving those. So the applicants withdrew the application, both of them. The solution to the pickleball was to look at the funds somewhere else, do pretty much the bare minimum to get pickleball courts on that facility, on that property. And then at a future time, we can look at a more, I'll call it permanent solution, or perhaps a bigger solution for pickleball. The 50-70 field was just put on hold until we can find an appropriate place to put that. And Little League was very amenable to doing that. And there are other options that they have that they might be able to use in the future. So I don't know if there are any questions on this, what the money we have. This is again the special town meeting, so we don't show the increase in funds nor the state match that comes through. And we also don't show the expenditure of the loan that we have outstanding, which is usually around $300,000 a year. That will be on the April meeting. Go to the next slide. We did approve 4 projects or 4 applications, and I'll go through each one of these. The Cushing Trail is a phase 2. Scituate Beach Bike Racks, a fairly small project for putting bike racks at for the beaches in Scituate. The Bikeway Feasibility Analysis and Design, and Mordecai Lincoln Property Assessment for the 4 projects that we did approve. And you can go on to the next one. The Cushing Trail, this is a phase 2. What happened was, in the red arrow shows where that trail is approximately. It's between those 2 facilities. We had, the town had approved money for the project last year. And basically when they went out for bids, it came in quite a bit more than the original anticipation, almost $100,000 more. So this is basically a second round of looking at funding for that project.
And correct me if I'm wrong, this also ensures that it's ADA compatible, that did all the, that was also part of it. So we're, just so folks know that everything is properly in compliance.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. When people know. Yep.
And that was, you know, with a lot of help from DPW.
Yeah.
They were very instrumental in doing that. So this is basically for a shortfall. Just I would mention Morse Engineering has volunteered to donate $20,000 as part of the project. And we're looking at another $100,000 to hopefully complete the project. The next item is the Scituate Beaches Bike Racks. That's a picture of what one of the bike racks might look like. These are permanently installed bike racks that are going to be installed at 4 of the beaches, Minot, Egypt, Peggotty, and Humrock. And this has been put forth by the Scituate Beach Commission, something that is needed. It was, I think, a very good project for us to fund. Just something that's needed with the increase in bicycle use in the town, and hopefully you'll see the next project with further increasing bicycle use in the town. The quotations came in at around a little under 17,000, and we kept the request at 17,000 for the bike racks. And these are permanently installed, which is a requirement for CPC equipment to be installed. Question. The locations, if you go back one, thank you. The locations were approved by the various groups that were involved in looking at this. And that just shows Peggotty is near the entrance. Egypt Beach is next to the path on the side of the lot or the side of the parking lot. When you come in, Humrock Beach is on the other side of those not concrete, granite posts by the entrance to the beach. And then Minot Beach, not 100% decided, but it should be to the left of where the park. The next project that we did approve was the Bikeway feasibility analysis and design. The goal of this was to develop a plan for a bikeway in Scituate, conceptual plan, and it's also a prerequisite for applying for future larger federal and state grants. The goal is to increase the bike ridership in town and provide a route feasibility assessment, a phasing plan, and some conceptual cost estimates for what it would take to put bike paths in the locations where there currently are not. The original quote that came back was for about $43,000. We suggested they add a little factor on top of that. We've seen all the quotes we've gotten come in much higher than expected once they get to the project. So we did ask them to increase it to, CPC did ask them to increase it to $55,000, and that's what we approved.
And well done already on some of the DOT signed grants, well done. Very good.
Yeah. Any questions on that?
No.
The last project I'll discuss is the Mordecai Lincoln Property Assessment. This is a project that was requested by the property committee that was set up by the select board. And the ultimate goal is to develop a historic site master plan for the property. As you all know, there's two phases to the use of the property, or the intended use of the property. One is for recreation, one is for historic, and this is to issue a study that would evaluate the property, evaluate what can be done with it, and make recommendations for a plan for the property and deliver that to the